So if you are someone in a leadership role, and really we're all in leadership roles, if you think about it, since we all lead our own life, and you're interested in performing well and being able to show up in your work, in any aspect of your life, and feel like you're leading effectively, then something that we've come to see in our company, Tiara International, is that it is so essential that we prioritize our own well-being. And I want to frame this a specific way for you that Franciska and I have been talking about, which is where our well-being needs attention, that it often gets ignored, is what's going on right now. Like we'll think about our exercise routine or what kind of meditation, what kind of practices we're going to do to support ourselves. But what happens when you need to show up? You had a terrible argument in the morning with your partner, or there's something difficult going on in your family, or you're not feeling well, yet you actually have to perform. Is recognizing that there's always a version of us that shows up into anything, show up to a meeting, shows up to a Zoom call, shows up to your own time to work on a project, shows up in the context of any relationship. There's a version of you, like there's an internal weather pattern that's going on in that moment. And when we can pay attention and know, wait a minute, what version of me is present right now? Oh, I want to perform well. But what's going on with me? What does the version of me who is here right now need? And when we begin to bring our attention to who's here and what does that version need, then we really are at the very foundation, taking care of ourselves and taking care of our well-being, that actually supports us to move into whatever it is that we're doing. Because we're caring for ourselves, it's actually easier to produce results that are pleasing. Yeah.
Yeah. Great, Alison. I love how you point out that the moment of being aware, because so often I find for myself like well-being, yes, sometime maybe, not now. I have, there's a fire to be put out, so no well-being now, but it's indeed those small moments, and where an initial reaction might be like, oh gosh, how do I survive? How do I get out of here? Can I get out of here? Can I postpone? Do I really need to show up? Can I ask someone else to jump in? But all of that thinking and the mind that goes its way with all those thoughts and trains of thoughts, it's actually not helpful. And as you say, what is helpful is to be aware of, hey, what's going on in my mind, and to acknowledge that I feel all over the place, to acknowledge my mind is going all over the place, maybe acknowledge that my body is going, well, sort of semi breaking down. And it's actually, for me, it's like that acknowledgement in itself that brings me back to a sense of more peace. It's just the acknowledgement.
Mm-hmm. And that acknowledgement puts you in contact with something, which is that the version of you that is present right now is also changing a lot. And you start to sense the impermanence, and that maybe it's better to care for yourself in the moment than to try to run from it or fix it or solve it or control it, but rather to say, oh, okay, all right, you're not feeling that great right now. Okay, can we just open up the computer? Yeah, let's just open up the computer. All right, let's get that file open. Okay, great, on the board, you got the file open. That you can be actively, in a sense, caring, kind of coaching yourself through the reality, which is, yeah, this is rough right now. So let's just do one tiny thing to move in the direction I want to go. Okay, can I do a little more? Yeah. You can be, take a few minutes, do some deep breathing, walk outside, like tell another person, hey, I'm having a rough time right now. I just need someone to hear me so I can get some co-regulation. I mean, there's endless ways that we can come up with, but it does begin with exactly what you said, is the awareness in the moment of, wait a minute, who's here? How do I find myself? What condition am I in right now? Is it sunny? Is it stormy? Is it cloudy? Is it raining? What's going on in me, and what do I need? And then
Yeah.
that attention to the what do I need? How can I, in a sense, almost show up and be of service to the version of me who showed up so that that version can take little steps in the direction of where you want to go. And you'll find very often, not necessarily, that the version of you who shows up, who has shown up, starts to shift and change
Yeah.
because of the little tiny ways that you're moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah, great. And as we talk about it, it may seem that all of that takes a lot of time, but that's not true. It's in the moment. It's an in the moment awareness. It's an in the moment like hinge to what you can do. It can be very small and almost in no time, right? Yeah, and make
Yeah.
a huge difference.
Yeah. I'm going to give you to close a little mantra that you can practice to invoke this, which is, I am here with me, like me, the version of me who showed up. I am here with me. That's where you intersect with your instincts and your inner wisdom about how to navigate. You don't have to think your way through it. You're more in your own, like in your own mind and body, able to access that wisdom.
Oh, that's very helpful. Thank you, Alison.
Oh, thank you, Franciska.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.